It all started so innocently. Lou and I were the perfect couple, or so everyone thought. We met in college, married young, and built our life together. Louish is a great man, charming, hardworking, always there when I needed him. But somewhere along the way, things started to feel empty. I don't know when it happened, but it did. He was always busy with work, leaving me with this growing sense of loneliness. Then there was Mark. Mark had been my husband's best friend for as long as I could remember. He was always around, always laughing, always a little too charming for his own good. But it was harmless, right? I never thought anything of it until one night when everything changed. Lou had to work late again, and I was home alone with Mark. The silence between us became heavy. We talked, we laughed, it felt so easy, but then there was that moment when our eyes met, and everything in my chest flipped. I had no idea what I was doing, but I kissed him. Mark pulled away, a look of regret flashing in his eyes. "Athena, we can't do this," he said, his voice shaky. But I was already too far gone. I needed to feel wanted, desired, something more than just being Leisha's wife. So I kissed him again, harder this time, and he didn't stop me. It wasn't supposed to happen again, but it did. Every time Lou was gone, Mark would show up. At first, he resisted. I could see the guilt in his eyes, the way he would hesitate before stepping over that line. But then it became easier for him to give in, and I just kept pulling him back in every time. It wasn't just about the sex. It was about the connection I felt with him. It was raw, it was real, it was everything I'd been missing. But as the days went on, something changed in Mark. The guilt started eating away at him. One night, he looked at me, his face twisted in regret. "Athena, we can't keep doing this," he said, his voice low. "This isn't who I am." I didn't want to hear it. I couldn't. So I pushed him away, then pulled him back in. I wasn't going to let him go, and he stayed until the moment I found out I was pregnant. I was scared, confused, and selfish. I hadn't been careful, and Mark hadn't been careful, and now here I was, staring at a tiny, little life inside me. And I had no idea how to face it. I told Mark, and for a while, I thought he'd do the right thing, that he'd stay, that he'd take responsibility. But instead, he panicked. He ran, left me, and hasn't answered my calls. I haven't heard from him at all, and now here I am, alone, stuck with this secret, with this baby I never planned for, and this broken heart. I can't even look at Louish without feeling guilty, knowing I betrayed him. What do I do now? How do I fix this? Should I tell Lish the truth? Should I raise this baby on my own? Should I try to find Mark and make him face what we did? I don't know what the right choice is anymore. Please, I need advice.